Well, I don't believe in utopia, right?
Okay.
That's what the socialists are all about. But I'll say two big things and two big issues. One is Illinois should be a state, to kind of paraphrase Jack Kemp, where every Illinoisan should have the opportunity to earn a paycheck and to issue one. I'd like to see Illinois be an entrepreneurial growth state that encourages business investment, that encourages businesses here to expand, that rewards risk takers and entrepreneurship. That's how we get kind of Illinois back in the game in terms of being a destination economy, as others have said, not just me, but other candidates in this race, a destination place for businesses. So that's one big item. And the second big item is every child in this state has access to the opportunity to earn a quality education. If we get K through 12 education right, a lot of our other problems become much easier to solve. And so it is not just unacceptable what happens in the Chicago public school system or in East St. Louis and in school systems around the state, Peoria, Rockford, Rock Island. It is child abuse. What is happening is just, it cannot be tolerated for one day longer. And if you do not put kids on a path to be successful, independent adults, then you open up the Pandora's box to all the social problems that we see afflicting Illinois, particularly in our urban centers like Chicago. So when I walk into the governor's office, or kind of at the end of my first term, I would like to see, I would hope to see, and I would fight very relentlessly to see a state where we invest in families, not in centralized bureaucracies, where the money follows the child, and every child has the opportunity that I had, that Barack Obama's children have, to avail themselves of the best education possible and get on that pathway to being successful independent adults who can pursue their dreams, whatever they may be.
What do you see would happen if we don't have a Republican governor elected in 2010? What would you see happening to the state of Illinois?
Well, I mean, we'll continue in this death spiral until we face plant into the ground. I mean, that's what's going to happen. We'll be in bankruptcy court. You cannot sustain the current financial approach to Illinois state government, which is to extract more and more from fewer and fewer, because productive people who can leave are leaving, to borrow against tomorrow to pay for yesterday, which is exactly what the politicians in Springfield have done, and they just did again recently with borrowing $3.5 billion against pension funds that already have the largest unfunded liability in this nation. You can't make the numbers work. At some point, the credit card companies will not issue you any more credit cards to max out. And at some point, you can no longer make the minimum payments. At some point, you don't have productive people in this state to fleece anymore. They go to Indiana and Tennessee and Georgia and Texas, where they're fleeing the state right now. I mean, you have businesses and families fleeing Illinois like it is on fire because you just can't make the numbers work. And that's only going to get worse because, as used my tagline here, the system is producing exactly what the Chicago Democrats wanted to produce. It isn't broken, it's fixed. It is fixed for the politically connected who extract wealth from the productive class in this state to finance the public sector unions and other state dependents, who in turn provide the political patronage armies and political support that sustain and advance their careers. That's all they care about. Mike Madigan and those guys are many things. Stupid is not one of them. State government is producing what they want it to produce, and they will cannibalize everything in their wake to sustain their political power. So if we have another kind of cipher of the Chicago Nine, cipher of the Chicago Democrats, you're just going to see more of the same until you just can't finance more of the same anymore.